One of the most difficult aspects of learning how to go from a simple, predictable rapper spitting bars in your bedroom to a professional level artist is making sure that the rap songwriting structure of your tracks is instantly recognizable as industry standard level to the listener. So, on today's episode of How to Rap, we're going to switch things up a little bit and give you some rap songwriting tricks in the form of a checklist that you can always return to, so you can make sure you're using all of the songwriting techniques that will help guarantee your new tracks are bangers and not duds. Of course, we're confident this method will work, because it's based on our companies having coached literally thousands of rappers around the world, including many who became professional artists after working with us, as YouTube's #1 most subscribed channel on learning the science of how to rap, with over 500,000 subscribers. With that said, let's get into the training and get you the absolute best professional rap songwriting techniques for this year, 2024, as we describe the top 5 rap songwriting tricks to sound more professional. Now, before we begin, if you yourself would like to start a full-time rap career today and can't wait to begin making money from music, be sure to click the first link in the video description box below to gain discounted access to our best-selling course, Rap Tycoon, where we'll teach you how to go from an amateur artist to a professional rapper in 6 weeks or less. Now, without further ado, let's get into rap songwriting trick number 1, and that is, utilize vocal contrast in your delivery. Alright, first on our list of top 5 rap songwriting tricks to sound professional is making sure you're using what we'll call vocal contrast throughout your music. In other words, you want to pair aggressive, high-energy delivery with deep, introspective lyrics, or the other way around, because this keeps your audience on their toes and makes your music more interesting. Now, let's break down how you can really use contrast in your rap verses to make your songs pop, similar to artists like Eminem and DMX have done with massive success. First off, let's think of an example like Eminem, because he's a master at this rap songwriting trick. In the classic track, Criminal, he goes from this high-energy, almost manic delivery in the verses with many characters to a more laid-back, controlled flow when he is playing himself. The switch keeps you on your toes and makes the song super engaging. And of course, you can do this too by, for example, starting by rapping aggressively in your verses. Then, when you hit the chorus, dial it back. Let your voice relax a bit and see how that contrast grabs your listener's attention. DMX is another great example, where he was known for his intense, powerful voice, especially when he's doing his yelling and melody style. But he also has tracks like Let Me Fly and Look Through My Eyes, where he's much more chill and eerie, and even though his delivery is more subdued on these iconic songs, his lyrics still pack a punch. You can try this by taking your most aggressive, in-your-face lyrics and delivering them in a calm, almost eerie way. It creates a cool, haunting effect that's really powerful. So, remember for rap songwriting trick number 1, that contrast is all about playing with expectations. Don't be afraid to mix things up and keep your listeners guessing. And another technique that also utilizes a similar secret is explained in step number 2. Record 2 ad-lib tracks all the way through and then edit them. Now, this second rap songwriting trick is a How to Rap exclusive only trick we're giving you here right now. So, many of you at this point know that one of the close friends of the owner of this channel is Perps of 808 Mafia, who most recently was at the helm of Juice WRLD's Death Race for Love album. Perps himself also co-produced Drew's last album, which they recorded in Berlin and London. In any case, when they first started recording together, after Drew and Perps had completed their first song, Drew was about to take his headphones off when Perps said, "Alright, time for your ad-libs tracks." Drew, surprised, said, "Ad-lib tracks, as in multiple tracks?" Perps replied, "Yeah, do one ad-lib track all the way through just saying whatever, and then do another one more melodic all the way through, and then we'll just cut up what we like." Now, Drew had been doing ad-libs for over 15 years, and it's basically an essential part of rap skills at this point. But he had never heard of doing 2 tracks all the way through and then actually choosing which ones sound the best. Songwriting tricks like this are what you, as a rapper, should live for. The advantages for this method are, first, you know that not every single ad-lib has to be perfect, which can stop a lot of artists in their tracks, or even make artists say things like, "I hate doing ad-libs," which we've definitely heard in the past. And it allows you the creative freedom to experiment with your ad-libs a bit more since you know you'll have 2 full songs worth of ad-libs to work with. For sure, ad-libs are absolutely crucial for filling out the dead space within your song, especially if your beat is rather simple, which production these days tend to be. Similarly, as you probably already know, but don't yet know how, almost every major artist utilizes rap songwriting trick number 2, which is utilize unconventional song structures. Next on our list of rap songwriting tricks to make you sound more professional is how you can experiment with unconventional song structures to make your tracks stand out, taking inspiration from Kanye West and Juice WRLD. First off, what we mean by experimenting with unconventional song structures is all about breaking free from the typical verse-chorus-verse setup. You want to try different formats that keep your listeners intrigued and make your music more dynamic. Naturally, Kanye West is a master at this. Look at his song Ghost Town, for example. It doesn't follow the standard format at all, and instead, it has 2 to 3 different choruses that come in at various points. This kind of structure keeps the listener on their toes and makes the song feel more fluid and unpredictable. Another great example is Stronger, where Kanye introduced a bridge into what's essentially a hit song. By adding that extra section, Kanye created a unique and memorable listening experience. And you can do this too, by starting your song with a chorus or including multiple bridges and instrumental breaks. Juice WRLD was another artist who excelled at using unconventional song structures. He rarely stuck to a consistent format, and that's part of what made his music so compelling. Many of his best songs blended rap, rock, and off-the-top freestyling, often changing the structure within the same track, and this approach kept his music fresh and exciting. You can try this by mixing different elements and not feeling tied to one particular structure for every song. So, here's how you can start using these ideas in your own music. Think about starting with a chorus to immediately grab your listener's attention. Or, like Kanye, you can include multiple choruses throughout your song. These add variety and keep things interesting. Or, take a cue from Juice WRLD and mix things up entirely. Combine different genres or change the format from one song to the next, which will keep your music feeling fresh and unexpected. Remember, experimenting with unconventional song structures is about being creative and not sticking to the rules. It adds depth and complexity to your music, making it more memorable and impactful. However, you don't want to forget that you are making music for a specific fan base, so don't make your tracks so random that a unique audience can't grab onto them. With that said, let's dive deeper into making music to build an actual hardcore fan base, described in Rap Songwriting Trick to sound more professional number 4. Make songs for targeted demographics. Now, this rap songwriting trick is more of a conceptual point as far as songwriting techniques, but it's so crucial we couldn't let it go by. What we mean by this is most beginner to intermediate rappers make the mistake of trying to be all things to all people on all songs. So, their single for their album sounds like a super rapidy rap masterclass in bars, and their storytelling MC track has a chorus that sounds like it belongs on a single, while their track for the ladies is too over-rapped, and the track for the streets has an understated jazz beat, etc. These are not what we at How to Rap would consider advanced songwriting techniques. So the point here is that you should be hyper-targeting your audience more with your songwriting. If you are doing a single that is meant to increase exposure for your project to a large audience, then you need to make it much simpler than your bars track. A large audience would include young people, females, casual fans, aka a host of people that aren't trying to listen to an LA Leakers freestyle that just happens to have a hook. On the other hand, if the 4th or 5th song on your project is specifically designed to get the streets involved, choose the most disgustingly scrunch-faced beat you can find and get medieval with the lyrics, as Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction would say. And of course, the best way to get medieval is to make sure that you have absolutely perfect vocal control in each bar, which is described in the final rap songwriting trick. Change your voice every 4 to 8 bars. So, for our final secret, you probably already know that the modern attention span of your potential fans is getting smaller and smaller. Some studies have even said that the average person's attention span these days is as low as 8 seconds. So, if you want to avoid the chance of your fan clicking over to another song, one of the best ways to increase listener retention is to have a noticeable voice change every 4 to 8 bars. By the way, retention is a $5 word, which means continued possession or hold of something. In this case, you're continuing to possess or hold the audience's attention. Now, the 2 keys to this trick are as follows. First, you can keep the same words or even melody and just change your voice. If you look at a track like Joey Badass's Devastated, for example, the chorus is technically just a 4-bar scheme repeated twice, totaling 8 bars. The major key difference that makes this chorus feel bigger or longer is that he does a distinctly strong vocal change when the beat drops for bars 5 to 8. This is an expert example of great advanced songwriting techniques, and one simple way to accomplish this is the second part. Look for strong changes in the beat to indicate it's time to change your voice. In the case of Joey Badass, when the beat drops, the music has increased intensity, so his voice has increased in intensity as well. This is an extremely crucial skill to develop if you want to make the jump from average rapper to advanced artist. And literally every major artist uses this trick on almost every song, by the way. They don't let beat changes go by without some sort of vocal change to mirror the music. With that said, we really appreciate your time today here at How to Rap. And if you're interested in getting more personalized coaching, be sure to visit the video description to pick up that course. We'll see you on the next episode, and one love until next time.